Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wassalamu ala rasulullah, amma ba'd. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my dear brothers in Islam, and welcome back to the second episode of Body Language. In this episode, we're going to try to give you the tools of understanding parts of the body and what they do as they move, whether to look to the right or the left, and everything else that does with the body itself, and parts and a little more details. So you'll understand that the eye is the most popular of all. Indeed, it is incredible when you actually see somebody from afar, 30 to 40 meters away, and you will know when you have the eye contact. And indeed, sometimes it's a bit awkward when you have that awkward stare. You will know if they're angry or happy with you, and so on. So indeed, it is something to keep in mind and do not belittle. Also, keep in mind that when that person looks to the right-hand side, it is an indication that they're actually creating or imagining. When they look into the left-hand side, they're recalling or remembering. Believe it or not, gender actually have used different sides of the brain. For example, women use the right-hand side of the brain, while men use the left-hand side of the brain, and there is a valve between the two. Actually, women has a much bigger valve, so they can move from the right to the left much easier than men. Poor us guys, we have a smaller valve. It's very difficult for us to move to that left, to that right, so hopefully you can give us a break when we try to think and talk about certain things. Right, sisters? Now I'm going to try to give you the facts of the NLP studies that is done on the body language, Neuro, Linguistic programming. And this is a simple fact that I'm going to give you what the body language is, and you can actually go into details on your own. However, I'll give you a general idea what are the eyes, especially the eyes as we talked about, is very important indeed. So if the eyes are actually looking to the right, it simply means creating, fabricating, guessing, lying, or storytelling. If the eyes are looking generally to the left, it simply means recalling, remembering, retrieving facts, for example. If the eyes are looking right and up, the visual, imagining, and its fabrication or lying also. But if the eyes are looking right and straight, it's actually indication of imagining sounds. If the eyes are looking right and down, it actually means accessing feelings. But if the eyes are looking left and up this time, it actually simply means recalling or imagining the truth. And that's whether you know somebody's lying or not. Again, not a science, but it's an indication. If the eyes are looking sideways, it's an indication that they're recalling, remembering the sound. But if the eyes are looking left and down, it's actually mean they're self-talking. It is the time of rationalization. And if the eyes are a direct contact, it is honesty or faked honesty, as we talked about it before. If the eyes are a direct contact while listening, it means a tentative listener in interest and attraction. This is usually when the man wants to marry a wife. But after that, may Allah help you. We have selective hearing after that. Now, widening eyes, it simply means they're interesting and it's appeal of an invitation, something that is really intriguing. Of the rubbing of the eyes, it simply means a disbelief, upset, or tiredness. If the eyes shrug, they're like frustration. If the eyes or pupils are dilated, they're attraction and desired. Yeah, we're moving on again, keeping this a family show, inshallah. Blinking frequently, they're very excited, the pressure's on. Okay, and if they're blinking infrequently, it's various meaning. The eyebrows raised, it's greeting, recognize, acknowledgement. And if the eyes are actually winking, it simply means a friendly acknowledgement and the complicity of sharing a secret or a joke. Now that we have an idea what the actually eyes can do, let us go to the mouth. And indeed, the mouth has a lot more signals when it comes to the body language, given that its obvious function. However, in this part, we'll talk about some of the obvious functions of the mouth, what it means. Pasted smile, you know the one, the corporate smile? It's just a fake one where people want to simply give you a fake smile. The tight lip smile, you know that one? That one when it has a secret withheld. Or something is withheld feelings. The other one, the twisted smile, you know that one? That one, it actually means a mixed feeling or sarcasm. A drop jaw smile is actually also goes with the faked smile. The smile with the head up tilting. That one indeed is a playful, teasing, or coy. The bottom lip jotted out. That one, you're upset with someone. The laughter, pinky up, how you doing? We'll do lunch. It's simply you're in a relaxed mode. Now, the forced smile, that one is nervousness or cooperation. I have no choice but to cooperate with you. The biting the lip, that one is tension. You know when you're watching a halal scary movie? Tighten down, that's tension. Teeth grinding. You know the Western cowboys and how those grinding things is tension and suspension. That one is like suppression things. Chewing gum. That one. Sewing actually is also tension under suspension on that one too. Smoking. That one is actually self-comforting. So if you're not, please don't smoke. Do something else other than that. The thumb sucking. Are we still doing that? I hope not, man. Allah help you, wallahi. It's also self-comforting, believe it or not. Chewing a pen or pencil? Please don't do that. But it simply means, again, you are self-comforting yourself. So chew on something else. Do me a favor. Not on your pen and your pencil. After that, don't pass it around. You know, pursing lips, those ones, it's actually thoughtfulness or even upset. The tongue poke, it's disapproval or rejection. The hand clamped over mouth, that one is actually suppression, hold them back, shocked. I can't believe you said that. Yes, nail biting. That one is actually frustration or suppression. So hopefully there's no more nail biting after this. Now that we covered a couple, we need to add some more, which is the most important of all. It's your head. Your head actually talks a lot too. Now, let's go back and find out a little more on this side. When your head is actually nodding, you're in agreement. And if you're slow nodding, you're actually paying attention. You're listening attentively. If you're moving your head a little faster than that, hurry up, dude, I got a life, gotta go. Places to go, things to do, people to see. Now, if your head is held up, you're alert. And if your head is held high, it could be arrogance. If your head is tilted on one side, it's submission, it's thoughtfulness. And if your head is forward and body is forward too, it's actually an interest, it's a positive reaction. But if your head is tilted downwards, it's criticism, admonition. And if your head is pronounced shaking, is strongly disagreement, or if simply disagree with you. If your head is down in response to a speaker, that's bad. That's a negative. That's a dislike. So if you're speaking and people are going, dude, thanks for playing, thanks for coming out. Not good. Now, if your head is down when you're performing, you're actually tired. It's like defeated. And this is my hopefully on the end of that one. If the chin is high, it's either pride or arrogance or confidence in that defiance. If you're active listening, it's a good thing. You're interacting. And there's not on this list, but it's my favorite. It's this one. Indeed. I want more biryani. I love Nahari. I love you, man. Tika, acha, ji, kihale. Now let's talk about arms, and you'll find out our arms actually indicate a lot of nervousness. So let's go through them quickly, inshallah. When it comes to arms, if the arms are crossed, folded, like that, it's actually defensive attitude. But if it's crossed with a clenched fist, like that, it's actually hostile. But if you grip in the upper arm, it's insecurity. One arm across the body, claps in the other arm on the side. It's usually female. You know that one? It's nervousness. If the arm is actually behind the hand, you know that, man? That's confidence. If the handbag is held, it's a female. I'm hoping it's a female. In front of the body, it's also nervousness. If the hole in the paper across, which is a man, across the body, it's also nervousness. Adjusting a cuff, watch, and all that stuff, for us, is nervousness. The arm is, or the hand, covering that area. It reminds me of our Italian brothers. How you doing? It's also nervousness. And holding a drink on this side from the other hand, it's also nervousness, believe it or not. Seating while holding a drink on one side, yep, it's the other side. The body, both hands, and the touching or scratching the shoulder, this one is also nervousness. So don't be nervous. Relax, man. Take a chill pill. Now let's talk about hands, and has a lot to show, and especially if you speak with your hands like some people that we know. So let's go through the list, inshallah. First, the hands, when the palms are up and open, actually means submissive, truthful, honest, or appealing. If the palms are up, the fingers are pointed up, it's like stop instructions, or defensive. If the palms are down, it's actually authority. If the palms are up and moving up and down, and weighing, you're basically trying to look for an answer, or seeking an answer. If the hands are on the heart, on the left side, you're seeking to be believed. I love you, man. If the fingers are pointing, it's aggression, threat. If the fingers are pointing winked, it's acknowledgement. You're being flirty. The fingers are pointing in the air, it's the emphasis. You're trying to put an emphasis on something. If the fingers are actually wagging side to side, it's a refusal, warning. If the fingers are actually wagging up and down in that way, it's the emphasis. If the hand chop, you're trying to make sure that this word matters. A clenched fist is determination, or resistance, or aggression. Fingertips and the thumbs are actually touching, the pulses sleeping way. It's thoughtfulness. It's a way that you're engagement with someone. If the palms are down and moving up and down, fingers spread, in that way, you're trying to calm things down. Okay, if you're cracking your knuckles, that's a bad habit. You're seeking attention, or you're trying to comfort yourself. Intertwined, clenched, in that frustration, you're going like you're frustrated with anxious. The index finger hand is touching each other. They go like that, so you're okay. Your thumbs are up, your approval. Your thumbs are down, you're disapproving. And there's more. If you're actually looking at the horizon and you're rubbing your hands together, is the anticipation. You're actually a bit nervous. If your hands are clamped over your mouth, it's another shock. If you're touching your nose actually in different ways, this way, that way, you're most likely trying to conceal something or lying. But if you're actually listening and you're doing this, you're interested. So nose has something to do with the hands, apparently. Now, ear tugging, it's an indecision, self-comforting. Your hands clasping your head is like calamities. But if you put your fingers through your hair, you're trying to look so cool. With that, I ask Allah to make you cool from the inside out. And there's a lot more fingers that we're going to not use or talk about, especially the driving fingers, if you know what I mean. Other gestures, we'll just keep it out of there. You'll know what that is. Hopefully, it will get you there. Be the best body language understanding to decipher the hieroglyphics so you can use it to your advantage and increase your knowledge, inshallah. Ameen. Wa akhir da'wan, alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Wa sallam ala alihi wa sahbihi wa tabi'in. Jazakum Allah anna khaira. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.